And welcome back to the program. I'm your host, MyReactions. We're back today with another round of GGS. For those new to the program, I'm on the hunt for underrated anime. On GGS, I look back at the recently finished airing seasonal anime, pick a lesser known one that seems interesting to me, and figure out if it's a gem, garbage, or something in between. For me, it's always fun trying to find a potential hidden gem, so let's see if the next contestant is one. Can the contestant come on down? I decided to go with Synduality Noir. Time to see if this is the most underrated anime of 2023. Set in the future, humanity was forced to seek refuge underground after a calamity named the Tears of the New Moon claimed the lives of most of humanity. Humanity then was forced back to the surface after the collapse of the underground city-state of Amasia. Now, in order to survive, humans created dome-like settlements called nests across the surface. Willing adventurers named drifters mine AO crystals which are used to power these nests. Drifters pilot mechs named coffins with the assistance of androids called Magus. These adventurers also fight back against monsters named Enders. You follow a talentless wannabe drifter named Kanata, whose dream is to find the legendary city of Histoire, where paradise exists. Is this city real or an urban legend? Nobody knows, but Kanata's parents were convinced of its existence. While scavenging with his partner Tokyo, he finds a sleeping Magus named Noir. She's an interesting Magus, a Type 0 possessing ridiculous fighting power, but she has no recollection of her past and is utterly useless outside of combat, which is an anomaly. Now, since she's a rare type Magus, that draws the interest of others, making the duo a target. Kanata is not a drifter at the beginning of the story. He's extremely nice to others, knowledgeable about everything, and a great mechanic, but he was horrible at being a drifter, never giving up his dream of becoming one. Kanata and Noir become a great drifter duo as the story goes on, doing things in an unconventional way. It never looks pretty, but they still get the job done, gaining valuable training and experience. Meanwhile, a sketchy organization has set their eyes on the duo, always keeping a close eye on them with their agents, which are apparently numerous. They are looking for a key to paradise, and apparently Noir, who might be a prototype Magus, might also be that key. Kanata and Noir have an interesting relationship that benefits one another. Both want each other for different things. Despite the fact that Noir doesn't function correctly, Kanata doesn't want to get rid of her. She's a huge reason why he's become a great drifter, and who knows what will happen if she leaves. He's interested in finding out about her past and wants to help her. He's a great guy, treating Magus, who aren't human, as if they were. At the same time, Noir has a feeling of inferiority, not being wanted by others, since she is a dud. But Kanata still wants her. Noir too wants to learn of her past, and Kanata is doing his best in helping her. His kindness makes her want to try her best in helping Kanata out with his own dreams, helping him be a great drifter and find paradise. The world building and overall story of Synduality Noir is actually really good. The anime showcases how desolate the world is outside of these nests where humans live. Each episode you get to see a bit more of the world and the characters within it. You've got interesting mercenaries for hire and other characters that possess main character energy. What I mean by that is you got characters doing their own missions, not caring about others. Characters like Alba, Claudia, Seal, and the Masked Man who all have this air of mystery surrounding them. Are they good? Are they bad? What are they looking to accomplish? I thought it was interesting to see several different nests, each with a certain specialty. The main hub of Rocktown is where most drifters gather. Then you have another nest aptly named Desire Nest, equivalent to a red light district. And there's also a Baccarat Nest, where gambling on various things takes place. Even in a post-apocalyptic world, there is a place where you can fulfill every desire you have. Kanata's storyline is interesting. He's being observed by this unknown organization protecting paradise, which also adds to the world building. This powerful unknown organization is doing something sneaky and most likely awful in the shadows. This adds more mystery to the world because how are they staying hidden and what is their goal? They are looking to build this ideal world, but that's all the information we have received through 12 episodes. Kanata is getting better as a drifter, which makes this organization uneasy because he's become a threat to them without Kanata even realizing it. At the end of the 12 episodes, this organization even decided to cancel their hit on Kanata's life, saying that he can prove useful to them while they continue keeping a close eye on him. The biggest problem within Synduality Noir is the underdevelopment of the characters as a whole, but specifically the two main characters, Noir and Kanata. Noir is just boring and is currently being used as a plot device. If and when she gets her memory back, she can become interesting, but for now she's just not. In the final episode, she becomes Mystere, which I think is a positive move for the future of the anime. Kanata is just a basic nice guy with a dream, which isn't horrible, but there's no character depth with him either. I don't mind the rest of the cast, but you can say similar things about them. They're all a bit one-dimensional. As a whole, everything about this anime can be done just a bit better. It felt like there were a bit too many storylines going on at once, and for now, they don't work together that well. I felt like there needed to be a bit more explanations about the world as well. Let Synduality Noir cook. Synduality Noir is filled with some decent fights, has an unrequited childhood love interest, and obviously includes a water park episode, because why not, since there are so many girls within the show. It's an anime that started off a bit slow for me, but I feel like it does get better. The best part of the show revolves around this mysterious organization and them protecting paradise. Synduality Noir is also surprisingly funny. Multiple times throughout the show, a joke that I wasn't expecting would be snuck in, leading to some great laughs for me. Tokyo, who is Kanata's boss and my favorite character, is this lecherous drunkard, but at important times is extremely helpful and profound. Tokyo, as well as his Magus Mouton, are usually the ones cracking the jokes. Synduality Noir Part 2 has been announced. Overall, I'm a little hyped for it. As of right now, the anime is unrefined and unpolished, but I think it's getting to the good parts. Synduality Noir has started off fairly well and is on the cusp of being much better. Part 2 is where the story should start taking off if it's done well, building off of everything shown in Season 1. I want to know about this hidden organization. What is Project Pascal and what is Paradise in this world actually? What's the story behind Noir and now Mystere? Hopefully most of this is answered and it's tied in together well in Part 2. Now, is Synduality Noir a gem, garbage, or something in between? I really enjoyed watching Synduality Noir, but unfortunately I cannot give it a rating higher than a 6.5 out of 10 thus far. I do recommend giving Synduality Noir a chance, maybe you'll love it. I plan on doing another round of gem, garbage, or something in between for the next set of seasonal anime, so make sure to subscribe if you enjoyed this one, and see you next time on GGS.